Okay guys, welcome back to geometry. In this video, we will be talking about complementary, supplementary, and vertical angles. As always, if you need to, pause the video to take any notes or draw any diagrams that you may need to. So let's start talking about complementary angles. So let's take a look at all three of these diagrams. One thing I'd like to point out is that we've got a little box in those diagrams. And if you remember, that box means that those segments are perpendicular, and perpendicular lines create 90-degree angles. So in that first diagram, we say that angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary. In the next diagram, we say that angle ABC and CBD are complementary. And then in the last one, we say that angle BAE and EAD are complementary. So one thing that all of these have in common is that all of the angles that we say are complementary sum to 90 degrees. So we can summarize that idea. Two angles are complementary when they sum to 90 degrees. Okay, let's take a look at supplementary angles. So for supplementary angles, we say that angle KHJ and IHJ, so these two angles are supplementary. We say that angle X and angle Y are supplementary in that next diagram. And then in the last one, we say that angle CAB and angle BAD are supplementary. One thing that's true for all of these is that all of these angles create a straight angle. And we know straight angles measure 180 degrees. So if we're trying to summarize this idea, we say that two angles are supplementary when they sum to 180 degrees. Okay, let's take a look at vertical angles. So we say that angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical angles, and we say that angle 2 and angle 4 are vertical angles. Couple things to know about vertical angles is that they share a vertex, and vertical angles are congruent. That's the big one. So put a star in your notes next to that. So if they're congruent, I should mark my diagram appropriately. So I know that angle 1 and 3 are vertical. They share a vertex and they're opposite. So that means I'm going to show that they're congruent with an arc, and I'm going to put a tick mark through that. And then I know that angle 2 and angle 4 are also congruent. So I'm going to show that they're congruent, and I'm going to use two arcs to show that. Awesome. So let's summarize all of the main ideas in this video. So complementary angles sum to 90 degrees. Supplementary angles sum to 180 degrees. And vertical angles are congruent. That's what that symbol means. Congruent. And remember, congruent means having equal value, are congruent, and they share a vertex. Go ahead and try the practice problems in the slideshow and then come back and watch the solution videos.